everyone!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of the 38th session of Storms over Cerenar.
Hey, 38!
Our heroes, 38th! Our heroes have just had a chat to their old friend, the Amber Lord Bjork Bjorkson, who they have discussed the situation of the world, or at least the continent, with right now, and now they basically have to figure out what they want to spend their evening on until they need to go talk to King Michael II himself tomorrow. So, well, that was a bunch of information and some decisions that you need to figure out. You might want to have a talk about what you want to do, guys. But apart from that, let me know what other you guys want to spend your time on.
Well, that was interesting. As long as prestidigitates the beer. Oh, and wait, I don't have that cantrip today, do I?
Yeah, sure. I don't give a shit.
It's game breaking if you have prestidigitation all the time.
Well, no, with Tasha's guide, you can actually change your cantrip formulas. So, yeah, I'll just use a towel, I guess. I forgot that cantrip today. I keep forgetting everything. It actually works well into Nongla. I wake up and I have a new cantrip every day. All right. So there was a lot of information, a lot of dumping. What Bjorn, are we heading north, or are we going through the tunnels to the east?
I think the point was we do both. We head through the tunnels and we get to the north, right?
Well, to get to the north, we just sail through the sea to the north, and we should be able to cover significantly more ground if we needed to.
What the Emperor, before he left, he at least told you that he would like is that you meet the king tomorrow. You ask him to try to stay off the war for as long as possible. He will go and try to keep the northern kingdoms to not tearing themselves apart, and then you go to Udras so you can figure out what you can get from there and come back to unite the north at least. That is up to you. If you want to do something else, I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, so sorry, he wants us to go north
to the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants us to go basically to the northeast and then go to the northwest after that. So realistic, but considering the moot is happening like soon, we probably need to do all of that first and then go to the dwarves. Is what it sounds like. Also, it's probably going to take us a while to work out like how we're going to deal with the dwarves because we've got to go through Cathonia, and that's going to be much as like I might get some funny looks walking through the north. Bjorn is going to get some really funny looks going through Cathonia.
Yeah, that's a long trek there, 850 miles.
Yeah, so we probably need to work some stuff out with that.
On the ground?
Because we can, like, take the levitator and just go across the Battle's End, right? And then go up the... do we have a name for this river? Yeah. Anyway, so go all the way up the river and then go to Udder's Hold, right?
I mean, going that way, you're going through the heart of Cathonia, which is...
That's going to
hairy.
Be too dangerous for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, what if we turn the levitator into a submersible?
We'd need like high level artificers and wizards for that.
We have those. We have Frost. We have Nungle.
We simply can't do it.
The perk of going underground is that you might be able to go through Himdural and talk to the dwarves too.
Yeah.
It is up to you guys.
I mean, I guess what Nongo is getting at is it might be faster overground. Do we even know if that's true? Would it be faster, or how difficult would it be to travel underground?
You know that there are ancient roads that go underneath the mountains, and not just the mountains. It's also underneath the ground. You should. It really depends because they went into disrepair. So some of those roads you will probably need to. You won't be able to just take a direct route. but the bonus for that is twofold. One, you probably won't be attacked by anyone who recognizes you, and two, which would, by the way, would increase the tension and might result in a war, right? Firing early.
Yeah.
Small caveat, yeah.
And B, yeah, it's probably a safer route. So if you want to go up north without getting seen, basically, underground would probably be the safest route, which might have more perks than just speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other benefits, we literally have a Gloomstalker. They're built for the Underdark. And screw all Gloomstalker Rangers in Underdark campaigns. Not looking at my players. Secondly, we might be able to get a better read on what's actually happening with the Conquering Dark. We might be able to see some influence down there already.
Yeah, I will say we talked about the Face being our main enemy, and I mean that is tied to the Conquering Dark and the Ebon Crown.
Yeah. All right. Also at the same time, going against what I just said, if we sail up to like travel underwater to Erdis or Erdris, we would have to come back to him anyways, right? To Himdorel anyways. So why don't we hit Himdorel? And I mean, hey, an Underdark, or not Underdark, but at least an underground adventure sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Also, we've done a lot on boats, and the Underdark is cool.
The submarine idea is also a very bold assumption that that's possible.
I say we find entrance to the underground and go to Himdorel, and then after.
Cool, and we know there's an undercity under Urath as well, so we might be able to get through that way.
Okay, awesome.
Cool. Okay.
And also on an entirely different note, I'm fucking tired of the sky and the sun, so it would be nice to actually get a little bit underground.
Understandable.
Tired of the sky and the sun.
I want to get closer to hell.
Go ahead and take an inspiration from that answer, because that was fucking great. That's the most dwarf thing I ever heard a player say, I think.
In the meantime, though, we need to. In the meantime, we do need to discuss tomorrow.
Thog, should I fashion you a parasol for that?
A parasol? What is it
You
made
know,
out
I
of
feel
kidneys?
like that's just ignoring it. That's also
Maybe
a good question.
some of those
I
Eskimo.
could even fashion like one of these
sunglasses
hats,
with slits.
so you don't have to carry a parasol. Like there's a hat and there's a parasol above it. Then you don't have to carry it in one hand. You would have both hands free.
I mean,
Still-
honestly,
One of those hats with the umbrella built in.
Yeah,
Like,
that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that would honestly be an upgrade, but if we're trying to not stand out, maybe not so much.
True.
I don't know. Like, do dwarves usually walk around with such things?
Well, dwarves usually don't walk around up here unless they're surface dwarves, and we don't talk about
Well, then
those.
they cannot judge you if they haven't seen someone as you.
So
Could be an idea, but maybe save the experimental fashion for when we are out of the capital and trying to not be drawing attention. But I like the idea. I do like it.
So, gentlemen, there are a couple of things we need to address. First, what we're actually saying at this meeting. Secondly, what happens if it all goes wrong and we start getting attacked?
I fight back.
Do we, or do we use this? And I pull out the big teleportation orb, if we can, and just get the.
But that,
I'm pretty sure that
yeah,
thing
that's
needs,
like
innocent sacrifices to power it. I think, or something along those lines. Innocent souls or lives, or something like that.
Well,
Innocence
that's a very
is
broad definition.
relative.
Key word was innocent. Because that's all I remember.
There are very few that are considered innocent. We all have our
Okay,
little
then
secrets.
then we need to work out.
If you want to take this orb, go into town, and just come back, no questions asked. I mean, that's up to you.
I mean, we could give it to Faust in that case. Kill two birds with one stone, as it were. He just comes back with a bag of organs and a charged orb.
But as long as we stay relatively close to each other, at least within running range, quickly enough, then we can always ditch ourselves back into the planes that we've created.
True.
Or that your sword and myself have created.
And then we could come back out on the Nomad Levitator.
Absolutely, we could. Or we can go directly back to the Nomad Levitator. Perhaps we should have that set up somewhere. Where is it right now, Roar?
Levitator?
Right now?
Yeah.
The elevator has been set up at the Nomad Drive.
Okay, that's kind of fine. Like, and where is the entrance to the Undercity in relation to New Rath itself?
There are a bunch of entrances within New Wrath,
Okay.
but the main one is the Undergate here.
Okay, which is
the
outside of the
Undertier
city.
Yeah, if you want to, like, but from most boroughs, there are ways to get in and out, like official roads and defined descents.
Sewer grades.
Can I recommend that perhaps we set up, perhaps we send the Nomad Levitator at the release around the time of the meeting to perhaps the Undergate, just so we can teleport there and then we can just go as quickly as possible.
Roar, can I? Would Nongle know about the underground passages, and would they be wide enough to fit a cart through, or the Nomad Levitator?
Well, we
You
don't necessarily
think
need
so.
to.
Like you go ahead.
Sorry. It's less a case of fitting the levitator down there, and more a case of we can go through the demi plane gate, get out on the Nomad Levitator, and then go straight underground from there if we have to. Otherwise, we go to Hartleton, or whatever it's called, and we have to get to the other side of the city or find an entrance at that point in nearby.
I just
it's
know
a case of we're just putting the door where we need to go rather than necessarily taking the door with us.
Yeah, but if we need to get out, get the fuck out real quick, I think we want to be away from,
Yeah, I mean,
so we can put the levitator somewhere outside the city with Guelph and Garwup and Stickstack. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, and then we can creep back in, cover and might, etc.
Yeah,
fine.
so I would think we get the levitator out of town.
Sure,
like
maybe
out,
to the south,
like
of town,
way out of town.
Couple of miles.
Yeah.
Also, I find it weird that I have to be the optimist, but maybe we should talk about plan A of hoping how things go before we plan how everything could get fucked up.
Oh, this is up to Bjorn. Bjorn's going to determine how things go. If Bjorn raises his axe, I'll drop a demi plane and we're going to get the fuck out of there. Right? Because we can't fight through a castle. We can't do that.
Well, if we're in a castle, we don't know where we're going to be yet.
If I draw my axe, we could be slowly and steadying, walking over bodies. It's gonna be very easy.
Yeah. So Bjorn's got plan A. I'll send the levitator outside of town. So plan B is leave, and plan C is bloodletting, right? Just kill everything.
Right. Do we need a safe word just in case everything goes tits up and we need to get out of Dodge quickly?
If something goes tits up, it's usually great.
Well, how about...
But if it goes really badly?
I like tits.
What a puck. No, wait, I said that too much.
Be bothered?
Be bothered.
Banana.
This is a phrase for those who bring great trouble upon others. I assume we are about to bring great trouble upon this place.
Be bothered.
Maybe.
Be bothered then.
Listen,
Code word is be bothered.
I'm gonna assume if we get attacked and yelled at and murdered in the castle, that's probably where Plan B comes in. Right?
True, but if any of us realise we are coming under some magical influence, for example, or anything like that, if we get split up, then that is why.
Okay.
And the phrase be bothered it is.
Okay. Secondly, there are a number of us that can see what others can't. We also need a code word for that, probably.
Well, if I can, I have something that I can prepare that could give some people a lot of better sight to see things.
Okay.
I'll start...
it just needs a little bit of time.
I'll start casting illusory script on Bjorn, like on his palm. And it says, "Be bothered. Get out."
But if at any point we notice the presence of the face in the room, and they have not directly engaged us, the code will be Antares. Just in case.
No, but I think I might need a guide as well. This is a lot of code words. I might need a guide.
Look, we've gone into too many situations where it's gone all to hell very quickly, and I want to make sure that we don't get in front of a king and then fuck up.
So tits up means it's going well. Be bothered means it's going poor. Antares means
Tits up.
it means it's going super poor. What does that mean?
It means it could go poor very quickly because of the presence of certain people.
It
Wait,
could soon.
Wait. Okay, so sorry. There's too many code words. Remember, Bjorn is going to be the one leading this.
I'm only halfway through.
No, stop. No, Bjorn, you should be making these code words because this is something that you're going to be doing. And you need to find out, you need to tell us what's happening. This way, it's not our words, it's Bjorn's words. But however, yes, I do say if we do see some sort of illusionary magic or something inside this area, then I think that one of us should have a code word for Bjorn. But Bjorn should be giving us the code words other than that.
Okay.
Yes, I have all of the code words.
Oh, please tell me.
If it's going great, I'm just gonna say tits because tits are great.
Tits
And
equals great.
And if the face are there, I would say vengeance for my friend, and I will probably start attacking them.
Right. Yes.
Okay,
good
so
point.
well, that's a phrase, also an action. That's perfect. Friend equals mask.
Yes. And if I determine that we are in an ambush of some sorts, then I will yell, I think they are attacking us.
Okay. I see where this is going.
So you guys can be prepared, and I
I
will
mean, honestly,
also,
this is a
start
nice
playing
change of pace. This is a understandable, straightforward plan. I like it.
Yeah, after vengeance for my friend, Nongle stops writing. It's like, oh well, this is quite obvious actually.
And if
tits is
I
good.
see something, because I have the eyes of a fox and ears of a hawk, I
thought you
say,
were a bear.
look, and I will point to the thing.
Yes, I see where this is going now.
Yes.
Bjorn, and if we say something to you, that will trigger something. If we see something that you don't, even with your eyes, the fox or whatnot, if someone is using witch-type magic, then something that we could say to you would be...
You should definitely tell me.
Yes, but what before just telling you outright, there could be a code word that we say to you. What would you like
Yes.
that code word to be?
It could be something, there are magic in here, or
What about Clamnog?
I think, oh,
Clamnog is
Clamnog.
magical. That is true.
No,
Because
wait.
that does
what if
indicate
this-
something that could be quite nasty.
But what if
it
they're
could
serving
also
clam
come
nog
up
there?
in the conversation very naturally.
How about this? You ask Torgin for some clamnog if there's something afoot.
Oh, but
Do
it
you,
could
want,
be.
do you want some? I mean, what if he just wants
No.
Clamnog?
I got it.
Oh, you
Because
got
it
it,
has
okay.
to be something that is not natural. So I could say, Torgen, do you have some clam knock? And Torgen could ask, the weak or the strong one? and
You can't
normally,
have
I will always go for the strong one. So if I
can't
say
handle
the
my
weak
strong
one,
clam knock.
please, then you know something is wrong.
Good. All right. So if there's something strange going on, any one of us can ask Torgin for clamnog. And if he will say the weak or the strong, if any of us ask for the weak clamnog, there's something afoot.
Something's wrong. Yes.
Good.
There's
Perfect.
also, there's
Good,
also no such thing as weak Clamnog. So yes, this makes sense.
This is perfect.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we're basing all of this on the basis that Torgal will know whether something is bad or not.
No,
No,
we
no,
can ask
because you
Torgin.
can also say, I like
Yes.
the
Oh,
weak
sorry, yes.
Yes, if
No,
Foss
okay,
knows
yes,
something, then
I'm
Foss will
completely
ask
fair.
Torgin.
I
Yes.
apologize.
Okay. All right. So
If I
Torgin,
get compromised, then we're fucked. So I
Well-
mean, that's not gonna happen.
if for some reason Torgin gets compromised or fucked, as you put it, then you'll ask someone else for clamnog. Worst case scenario.
Okay, so it's a call and response thing. If you're unsure about something, you ask somebody for clamnog. They ask you how strong it is, and if it's a bad thing, you say weak or strong. Okay, we're fine. Right, let's just
No,
go.
you
with
say
that.
weak or
Anyway,
strong, and if you say weak, that means bad. If
Yes,
it's
yes,
strong,
strong
that
makes
just means you actually want some clamnog.
I think we have it nailed down. All right.
Yes.
Right.
Now,
Maybe we should also fix.
but if we need to leave quickly, what's that one about?
We've run out of clamnog.
You spilled the clam.
We asked someone for clamnog, or just be like,
And they say there's no clamnog left.
yes,
Where's
good.
the clam gone?
This is perfect. I love this. All right. So clamnog. Do you want some clamnog? I'm out of clamnog. We need to leave. Do you want weak or strong clamnog? Weak means there's something afoot. Strong clamnog means you just want some clamnog. Okay, perfect. Good. We have this.
Sure.
If they serve clamnog, might be an issue, but
No, because it's only when
I
we're
think
asking
we'll be
each
fine.
other, not asking someone else, right?
Right.
that's fair.
Next.
And the best thing about it is they never figure it out.
I doubt it. Right, next. Couple of things, actually. Firstly, Bjorn.
Your group
I
has
know.
very interesting code words.
Have
I
you
know,
tried
yes.
clamnog fast? It's horrible.
It's fine.
No, I tried.
It is horrible, and that's what's good about it.
Fast, do you want the weak or the strong clamnog?
What if I don't want any clamnog at all?
That's
my
not
God,
part
we
of
need to
the
get out of
plan.
here.
You're not getting it.
Christ.
If you say you don't want clamnog, what does that mean?
No. Of course, yes. The answer is always yes. You don't have to drink it. You just want some.
Yes, but what? Okay, fine.
Stop. No.
Right.
No. Stop.
Anyway,
You're confusing
right.
Bjorn. I can see his eyes.
Enough of that. You're using me. Enough of the clamnog. Next, Bjorn. I know that you're very into pushing the military might of the North. Now, is there a chance that we can slightly dumb down, or just slightly take the edge off the threats of violence? Maybe a tiny bit. Open to compromise. Remember, he's the king of compromise.
I'm here to ensure there will be peace.
Yes,
And
and there
we
are
will do
more than
that
one
by
way to...
showing our mighty fists.
Okay, but what
Violence
if
is always an option, yes.
the fist is there, but then we also go, but we don't want to use it, really. I mean, I know you
They
don't.
will
I know
die if we use it.
this is going to go terribly.
He will
I feel like-
understand.
We should maybe focus more
Or he
on
will die.
how we're going to argue that peace is possible, right?
Yes, yes.
Peace is
And
possible,
by that, we
of course.
don't mean, peace is possible over the dismembered bodies of our enemies.
But
Which
all
is
I'm
one
saying
option,
is,
but not
you're
necessarily
saying
best.
peace is only based on North being stronger. They might just take that as we need to get even stronger to beat the North.
Yes, you've got an
I
arms
think they
race.
try.
Wait. We're not beating anyone off. What are you talking about?
Wait, we're not killing anyone?
Well, the idea is not to kill, it's to negotiate. Bjorn is going to be our lead in that.
Yes.
So, yes,
this
it
is-
might lead to violence. Quickly, actually.
But it doesn't have to.
Of course not.
Well, no,
Let's just
never.
go into this with the mind that we are trying to promote peace and not war.
Excuse me, gentlemen, all of you.
Oh, Jesus.
While I have
I mean,
been writing down all the notes on the clamnog, I think maybe your friend Cephis is going to pick us up tomorrow. Is that not correct?
Yes.
It seems so, yes.
So this Cephis is the sneaky one, isn't he?
I mean, they're all quite sneaky.
Well, yes,
Well, one's a
this one's
domestic
quite
terrorist,
sneaky, yes. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you think he would let you go into a trap?
Yes.
But I don't trust anyone, except for Bjorn.
That's a
Couldn't,
good
I
idea.
couldn't,
trust
couldn't
myself.
possibly
Well, and
be a
Fast,
trap.
possibly, because, well, there's just, well, no, there can't. I don't trust anyone, never mind.
Goodness
Well,
no.
So what's the
I'm
code
saying
word?
maybe
the lesson that you have
to
learned,
figure out
right?
what kind of way he's going to get us to the king first, and then we will figure out.
Yes, we just need to keep our eyes on everything tomorrow when he leads us to this place. Just make sure we're not followed in or blocked off or anything like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
eyes peeled, clamnog ready, but also ready to negotiate because that's
Yeah.
the whole.
Next,
The plan
Next
is,
point.
The plan is to
No.
be polite and have a plan to kill everyone in that room. That is nice.
Yes.
I mean, if
we
peace
don't
is not
really
an
want to kill a
option,
king. Killing
murder
a
is
king,
good backup plan.
I can't stress this enough. A Northman killing a king of Refuria is going to cause the war. I just want to make everybody very clear about this.
It doesn't have to be Bjorn that kills him.
True, I could kill him, and then we could start some kind of civil war between the self. But it's
I'm just saying we have options, which is good to know.
yes. Right. Next point. Bjorn, I probably don't think you have this in your wheelhouse, but perhaps Faust, Torgen, and Nongle, do any of you have the means to perhaps what's the word? Wow, bugger. To make sure the truth is definite in one area, perhaps a zone.
I actually spent quite a few years in hell working on this. The key is to go for the kneecaps, and people tend to be quite truthful.
Yes, is there a way we can do that without, again, violence?
Well,
There is a way, I heard.
I could
very
control someone's
noticeable.
mind to tell the truth.
Yes, if we can do it without necessarily, directly piddling with them, that's not the right word.
What do you think? I'm a priest or something?
I've heard
In a way,
of
yes.
spells, but they usually are very noticeable. I can set something up that we can see through illusions.
That's-
These are.
What I
You
want.
want this spell Zone of Truth? I don't think any of us
Yes.
were capable of casting it. Yes, I know what you're
Okay,
speaking.
well,
of.
that's fine. Just it might, concrete our point if we tell him everything that we know or everything he needs to know whilst we're in a zone of truth. It's a, checks and
Well,
balances.
Yeah, this is true.
But it's fine. He's just going to have to believe us. I'm just going to have to be very convincing.
I could
Or
see if I
all
could
of
find a scroll today before we head down there tomorrow. I could see if I could find a scroll. I mean, I can't scribe it, but I could definitely use it. But, I mean, to be using a scroll in the middle of a king's throne room? Not a good idea.
If we ask permission,
I think
we say
anyone
we're
around
going,
it
to
would
ca-
know.
we're going to cast this spell. If the spell is anything other than what we cast, then you can strike us down. Also, I don't think we're going to be in the throne room. I think we're going some neutral location. You can't bring Cerenar's most wanted into the throne room of a king.
Isn't that what the throne room is? Anyways, yes.
I think maybe we need a rough idea of what we do, and then we can improvise and fill in after we know more details tomorrow. Perhaps.
That's how I live my life.
We're all going to die.
yeah,
I'm just saying, kneecaps great option if you want truth out of people. That could be a plan C.
Yes, but we're the ones
Fucking
telling the truth.
bastards.
We're the ones telling the truth, Torgen.
So, do you guys want to spend the rest of the night on anything else? It's probably
Oh,
7 or 8 in the evening at this point.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, you had a new armor.
Yes.
Was
Do you like
that already enchanted? Like, was it a better armor?
It is. Yes, it's better than it was, magically speaking.
All right, because my infusion was still on your old armor. I can then take it off, I assume.
Oh yes, yes. You can. Yes. My old armor is it's actually in the bag of holding now. So yes,
Okay,
feel
then
free.
I will take the infusion off, and instead, I create over the next few, like how much time we have for the next morning, what seems to be like I prepared a better vision. You will see it on the morrow.
Okay. Okay.
how much time do we have before this happens? I need 12 hours plus a rest. Is that going to be possible or no?
It was in the
Or
morning.
you could
right?
try to contact Sophist to know when he will pick up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll throw him a sending. I have that. Yes, I do. Sending. Sophis, just wondering. There are some things I want to prepare for. Too many words. When are we leaving tomorrow?
Hello. Who is this?
This is Noggle, the wizard. Your old friend, remember? Kitty Kitty with the laser? Catnip? Yeah. When are we leaving tomorrow?
You must be thinking of another Sophis. We'll be picking you up tomorrow at 11. The middle of the day. You will be wearing disguise. We will go to the House of Lords, where the king is making an appearance.
What time is it now?
Let's say 7.
PM?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't have enough time. I was going to take Arcane Gate, but I don't have enough time to scribe that. It's going to take me 12 hours to scribe, so.
Yeah.
Uh,
You always have your word of recall now, remember?
no, I just wanted something that can get us, like... If we all move up with Bjorn, I want something that can get us to the back of the chamber if something happens or whatever, right? I wanted immediate teleportation for everyone, right? So not the
So you
not
wanted
the
scatter.
no. I wanted Arcane
I'll
Gate.
say
Scatter
out of
scatter would be
game.
horrible. That's a great spell for a DM. It's a horrible spell for a player. You can misread
say,
that spell horribly.
Out of game, above game, Torben does have that spell. He just hasn't used it yet.
You have Arcane Gate?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's useful. Also, scatter would be funny, but yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a 6th level spell slot, so for me, that's a heal spell. That's probably a lot
I'm
better
always
used in the party. So,
Oh, true.
yeah.
But for the record, I'm always in favour of splitting the party. But anyway,
God, I hate you.
right. So
what do we do tonight to prepare?
Before we turn in, I would like to do some stuff.
Okay.
I would like to find the quartermaster,
Sure.
the Ember Lord's quartermaster.
Sure. All right. We can do that right now. So, as you go down to the hall again with the crew of the Jolly Whalers, you see the quartermaster there. He's like a lean, like youngish man, maybe like 28.
Son, I would like to have oil of whale and fat of seal to shine my boots and belt, and the oil for braiding my hair and beard. I would like you to take care of my coat. Pay a young one to wash it in salt water. And if you can take care of these rings, these to braid my beards and these to cover my hands, I would like them polished. Whatever means you seem fit.
Yeah, we can do that.
I have coin to make all of these things, so you can distribute them among midwives and whoever is available for this kind of work.
We
I'll
do
take
not
care of
take
the
money from the White Bear of the North, but I will do these things for you, Bjorn, son of Vilda.
And thank you. I'll give him all of the stuff, and then I will also like to prepare a bath with the tavern.
All right, you get someone to pull your bath.
That's it.
Anyone else?
Nothing specific here. I think we need a good night's rest and be ready for the morning.
Monsieur Oust, I see the Amber Lord left a lot of the wine. Would you do me company?
certainly. Not one to turn down wine.
You just get hammered with furo?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Not too hammered that I'm like unbelievably hungover in the morning, but like good pissed.
Good pissed.
How do you gauge that?
Faust and Nongle?
It's a fine line.
I create. Well, I already have it as an infusion, but I will attune to it. Pray to the Twitching Council. See to the others, like just a night visit, seeing how they're doing. I knock on the door on who have not interacted with much. I think Nongla I haven't talked much. Mr. Nongla.
Oh yes, Master Fast. How are you? Oh, your trunk. Jesus. Yes. Hello.
It's quite a small room. It's definitely more fitting for. I will not wait. I have to squeeze myself in here.
Just yeah. I wish I could make
This room
things
is for
work.
gnomes,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's normal is what I call it.
Ah, yeah, that was funny. That's a word. It's a
You're
pun.
taking up quite the. I'd get you some tea, but your ass is. If you could just. Sorry. What can I do for you?
It's fine. I can also stand outside. Like maybe I'm just waiting.
Just let me come outside. You see, you're knocking things. Just stop it. Your trunk is. Yes,
I think
Master
I'm
Frost.
the proverbial elephant in the glass house here.
Yes, yes.
Alex is not impressed with your dumb puns.
What can I do for you? Master?
I am though. I love it.
I've been just checking on everyone over the days. I tried my best to integrate in this group, but we haven't really had much of the pleasure. I heard that at least Bjorn for Bjorn I'm no replacement for your foreign ally. Uh, I've seen him drink much and grieve. I don't think your companion Ost really trusts me. I wasn't able to gauge how much Torg or how what Torg thinks about me. So I hope that I would get to know yours truly a little bit better.
You see our companion Furo as well, right? Much smaller than you, but still beastly polymorphic as well.
That's very racist.
No, it's
We lost
literally.
them 2 counts more as humanoids.
I could bring up a dictation on what that means. It was not racist whatsoever. Anyways, regardless, you are new to our group here, and so is Fast. And Fast is not Fast, but sorry, Furrow. We have told Furrow that he needs to prove himself in our endeavors, in what we actually do, before we open up and exactly what our means are. Now, it's good that you knew Theus, but we haven't proven ourselves in battle together. We haven't fought together. We haven't done anything as this serious as we have to do tomorrow together. So I think people will open up to you a little bit more once we've actually seen what you can do for us. Because so far, honestly, Faust, I mean, you just talk about like taking livers and things like that, and it's a little
I do it
unnerving.
in the name of the group. I thought that I would be useful for a group to get some funds.
Well,
I'm very
yes, it
sorry.
could be useful, but we haven't seen any use from
freak
it.
out.
Do you know what I mean?
Ah, yes.
I understand. I mean, you're a creator of magic, minute magic, but still, you can create magic much quicker than most spellcasters can. I appreciate you 100%. But do I trust you? You'll have to earn that trust. And Bjorn is leading us into negotiations tomorrow, and I think that will mean battle. And in these deep roads, there'll be battle as well. And I think that's where you can prove to us the best to see how you react in times when you need to really stick up for the rest of the party. But as for them, I mean, they didn't warm up to Furrow quickly either.
Ah, all right, yeah. I can see why this can be a problem. Actually, then can I do something for you instead? Like, I've shown some of my magics to the others.
Yes.
Have I given you something? We have a suit of armor or ropes.
Oh, I'm chopped up with magic, but I'm not going to say no,
No,
to a gift.
this does not take up your mind space. This is just something that you can make use of when.
Yes, I won't say no to gifts. I mean, yes, we're defending Bjorn. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It could be pure chaos.
Okay, I will just in case. His ropes, what will look like?
I have a Guy Fieri haircut with regular people's clothes on because I don't want to look like a wizard, but I have a large spell book strapped to my back and a bag at my side and another spell book, and oh god, I've got so much dumb shit on me.
Yeah, well, I'll just like touch the close thing that is a rope and put down up a little badge which looks like an elephant trunk. And know of only an elephant trunk, not something else.
Where are you touching?
No, on your chest.
All right.
I just put on a mind sharpener on you. This will make your if you ever feel like you feel like your mind wander or you feel like being startled, just think like touch the trunk, touch some trunk.
That's the is it an auto succeed on concentration?
When yes, you can succeed instead. 1d4 charges daily.
Do you want to
And
drag it into the party
all-
loot and I'll put it on my sheet?
Infusion mind sharpener. Can I put it in the party loot?
Yeah,
Let's
just take
see.
the effect and drag it onto the sheet.
Okay, good.
Onto the party
Where's the
loot.
party loot?
Yeah.
Party loot sheet. There's a party loot like button.
Party
where's
loot and
loot
effects bank is what it's called.
Party loot. Is it under is it under actors or is it under
Players, under players. Players, party loot, and effects bank. You should see your folder there, and then.
Oh yeah, I can see it there.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
good.
drag the effect over there, and then we could drag it onto our sheets, right?
Okay, good. Because I gave up the infusion on Aust armor, now I have an infusion free, so I can give you a mind sharpener.
All right, so mind sharpener.
So
Now I need to give something back, don't I?
no, I have to prove myself, like you said. So it's okay when I give. There will be a time where I will ask for your help. I hope that at some that you will show me a similar grace. And I wish you a good night, Mr. Nongle.
I'm interested in your magic. You probably have a much larger room. Maybe room for a tiny gnome? Perhaps we could speak tonight.
Yes. I have some whiskey if you're interested.
Whiskey? Oh, well, you've said the right words to me. Let's do it.
All right.
And I'll spend the night with Faust debating arcane versus the artificer magic schools.
Well, my magic is while artificer is like given to me from the divine. So I will hold a long sermon how the Twitching Council has given me this magic.
And I'll tell you how I have, instead of regular schools of magic, I practice the Theurgy school of magic, which means I have
Well, it's also divine
as well.
right? Like,
Yeah,
in
I
some
have
ways.
access to the divine as well. So, like, I assume in the middle of the night we're high-fiving, or, like, you're low-fiving, I'm high-fiving, and it's been like, we're both divine in some way! This is
Trunk slap and gnome high five. Like Locked Stone to high five. They did trunk slaps.
Oh, yeah. He's just like, chunk slaps! Yes! Okay, cool.
Wait, what's Noggle using?
His hands? Jesus.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, we talk about trunks like in the night until the night. Okay, this is what we're doing.
Okay.
Beautiful. Organ.
Yes.
Did you want to do anything?
I think. Do we have separate rooms? I guess that's what I'm kind of getting
Yeah, sure.
from what's happening with Faust and Nongle. I think I would actually try to find Bjorn at some point during the evening. Assuming Bjorn is in his room, or where would Bjorn be?
Bjorn is in taking a bath right now.
Yes, come in. Ah,
Right,
Torgen, what can I do for you?
I
Session's
hope
all about
this
trunks.
Isn't intruding. If
Oh,
it's
it's
a
okay,
better
I'm only bathing.
right. It is might be a weird topic to talk about in this situation. I kind of wanted to perhaps give you a little bit more of context of that fancy metal you showed, the blacksmith.
Oh, it's over at the table if you'd like to look at it again.
And I know very well what it is. What do you know? What do you know about it yourself? Why did you find this?
Well, curious story. So, I was in the deep north with my friend Theus, uh, and another one, a somewhat kindred spirit to you, actually. Now I think about it, a very wise person also from the north. Uh, we came upon this metal when we tried to rescue a little girl from a horrible fate. Um, yeah, there was actually quite a lot of it. I think so much it would be hard for one man to lift it. But this was the only thing that was left when a person have haunted me ever since took away with a whole lot of it. Yeah, what I know is it might have come from the stars.
Hmm. Yeah, I was about to ask. You said there was a big chunk of it. I assume this was a chunk that fell from the sky, the stars, right?
Yes, this was a very small part of how much there were originally.
Hmm. Well, the reason I know about this material is because I came from a dwarven hold called Urukva, which is a place that made a name for themselves excavating and selling this stuff. And it is quite a piece you have there. I think you will have a difficult time finding more of it, but you seemed quite adamant about learning more about it. I think at least well, we are going kind of in the opposite direction, but that's the only place I know of that actually deals with this material. But I will warn you that what you have already is quite valuable, and if you want more of that, that is no easy task.
Well, I need more. My dreams have told me that I need a lot of metal to craft the weapon I will use to guide the north with.
I mean, that piece you have there could be a fine dagger. I mean,
Ah,
I
you
know
can have
that's not.
it. I'm not
No.
interested in such a small piece. No,
Hmm.
that large boulder that that guy can't even seem to remember his face or his name got away with. Now that is what I need. But I'm very curious in visiting the place you're talking about where they sell and distribute this kind of metal. Is it also in Himdural?
No, Himdural is the capital, as it were, the main holds. Urukva is a smaller place. It is
Hmm.
also known as the Fallen Crown. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
Yeah, I
Jordan has
have.
not.
Uh, but I will say,
Jonas
of
has.
course, of course, I have. I
It's
know everything about the dwarves. They are our allies.
it is I suppose comparatively small hold, but quite rich at least, mostly due to this material. I don't think I am in good terms with that place. That's kind of part of the reason I yeah, that's a long story, but I think at least that would be a place to start if you want more. But how exactly you would go about that's a more difficult question. I think I for one still need to get a little bit more up to date with dwarven
Hmm.
politics, as it were. I have been away from my people for quite a while.
Well, it could be a good thing for me also to be a bit informed. Austis was very good to talk to me about how California is at this current moment, but uh, I must admit it's actually been a long time since I talked to any dwarf of status.
I suppose it is an opportunity for both of us to learn again in some way. I will also say that if you're not planning to do anything with that piece, I think perhaps Nongo would be also interested in studying it. I think it has some properties he might find very interesting.
Well, I've been carrying for a long time. You can give it to him if you like.
Well, I think I would leave that to you. You have to understand that piece is extremely valuable, and I think you should decide what happens with it.
Okay.
Perhaps something to think about, but I will not distract you for your bath any longer. Perhaps this is something we can figure out more about as we perhaps get underground and to Himdural.
Sure.
And I
Thank
think
you.
it's all. Oh yeah, this is. I owe all of you quite a lot. I know that your friends mostly came looking for you when they just stumbled upon me, but it does not change the fact that I owe all of you quite a lot. So one step at a time.
Well,
Yes.
you're also paying your way your way back in blood. It's always an honor to fight by your side as well.
Well, I'm sure there will be plenty of fighting to come. Hopefully not tomorrow, but we shall see what happens. It's always good to have a plan B, and if worst comes to worst, breaking kneecaps is also, like I said, an excellent option. But we'll see what
Yes.
happens.
And if you're afraid they will lie to you, you can always kill them. Then they will lie no more.
This is wise, and yes, this is true. But we'll deal with it one way or another. But yes, I will see you in the morning then.
See you in the morning.
The next day, as you get up, you get some breakfast. The Amber Lord kind of approaches the group of you. I was going to give me a con save.
Oh no! Come on, man. What's that?
Like you're fine. Like you feel the wine, but it's not like probably not your first pick to go talk to a king today.
It is what it is. I'm sorry. God.
He comes in. So, did you get a good night's rest, all of you?
Yes.
It was fine. No complaints.
So I've done two things for you. First, puts down a map case in front of you. I have a map here showing the old underway underneath the southern part of the Grey Room Mountains. Should be able to use it to navigate from the room to Himdural.
Thank you.
Second thing is, I have a few options of you how to get to Room from here. So, if where you need to go is, as he waited for everybody to load in on the right page here.
It takes quite a while to unfold this map of yours.
If you need to go from here, yes, I know. From New Wrath to Room is it's 200-mile journey, and there aren't any underways going between here and there. There are, however, two ways of going. One, there's Nomad caravan leaving tomorrow. Your levitator should fit in nicely with that. I would recommend you doing that. If that is not of your interest.
No, that's perfect. That is amazing.
Perfect. Well, then I won't tell you the other.
Well, tell us option two.
It's always good
Just
to
in
have
case, yeah.
Always good to have a backup.
backups.
Well, you got here by ship, right?
Hmm.
If you have the ship, you can get the guy that got you here to set you off here on the coast, and you'll have maybe a few days travel through the jungle to get to the hold.
Okay.
I'll let you decide upon that. The nomads are leaving by sundown tonight.
From where?
They leave from the Nomad Drive, outside of
Okay.
the city walls.
I gotta be honest, the only real worry I see is we might have to leave sooner than that, but I suppose we'll see how the day goes.
Sure. Yeah. Other than that, I have my things ready. We're leaving with the tide here in a few hours. So if there's anything you need me to do or need to ask me, now is the time, because otherwise I'll be packing the ship.
No,
All
I don't
right.
think so. We have you in the confluence, don't we? I think we do. So we should be fine.
Very well. We will talk then. Bjorn,
Good sailing.
Bjorn, you will go upon this journey for our people. May Odin, will Odin witness you, I hope. You will do right by us. And he extends
Yes, will
his
you?
hand.
I'll take it. You know, like
Predator handshake. Yeah.
son of a bitch style.
Feeling you son of a bitch.
Alright. In that case, only thing I have left to give you is this. And he puts down a small box with a red button on top of it, and it just says for emergencies.
Wow. You just gave us a red button? Like, it literally. Okay.
And what is this?
It's for emergencies. It says on the box. I need
it's a
to
red
leave.
button.
And he goes away.
We just.
You absolute fucker.
Well,
I
it's a-
dive at the
Emergent, we get there quickly. No dive.
I mean, should we just try it now and see what it does?
No,
will not
it
work.
may only be able to be
not
used once.
emergency.
Give this to me for a little bit. Let's see if I can see what it does.
No, Bjorn has a good point. Actually, we shall wait for the emergency.
I will cast a Death Ward on Faust, and I will extend that. For your magics to me, I give you my magics to you. Divine in nature, of course.
That is very kind, but I think I'm the one that least.
No, you
this.
have
I
it.
can take
It's yours. Take it. Just you already have it. It's just the way it's happening.
Okay.
How
It's
far
very-
off are we? In terms
This
of
isn't completely useless to you, is it?
In terms of
No,
what?
it's actually like I don't think I'm very very hard to kill.
Well, now you're even
Famous last
harder.
words.
I used to think the same thing.
When? Sorry.
Shortly before the campaign started,
All right.
full character creation. Sorry. So, in terms of like time, like how long is it until we meet the king at this point?
Maybe one. You can have a couple of hours to go.
Okay.
To go shopping or do whatever you want to. You probably want to go pick up your armor and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes. We will.
Also, I don't know customs in this place, but would it be strange to show up for a royal meeting with magics all over you if you're going to be doing whatever you did, Nongo? Is that going to be detectable? Is that a concern, or does it not matter?
Sorry, what? The what? Sorry, I was looking at my. I got this new spell. It's really cool. I forgot it, but it's here. But sorry, you were saying?
I was saying if it should be a concern to show up for a royal meeting covered in magics, if you are, preparing for anything untoward.
Well, just that one spell, but we're covered in magical preparations, just with our equipment. But spell base, as far as I know, I just cast a single spell on Faust, and he used one of his divinations on myself. So
Fair enough.
Anything you want to go? I guess Austria picking up your armor. The rest of you,
Yep.
if you want to shop, now is the time. Otherwise, we'll go on.
Yeah, I would also just pick up my shield, tag along oust, but otherwise nothing here.
Money, 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 money. How much money we have?
You have like 700 or something left.
Yeah, we kind of burned our money very quickly.
Those are the backpack parachute still.
And the truffles.
We're not getting rid of
The
the backpack
truffles.
parachute. Nope, not getting rid of those. Yeah, if we're heading into the under roads, do we think we need coin, or I could use some more ink just in case? We might be spending some time down there.
Certainly don't think you're going to need coin before we reach any of the dwarven holes.
All right, you guys good? Me taking 250 worth of ink.
Go for it.
Okay. So that'll be 505 gold pieces left over, and I will take 5 more. I have a lot of spells inside the books we found, so
You go back to Rachel. You buy some spelling. You drink a cup of tea with her. It's very unsettling.
no, I don't drink the tea. I have Nibbles drink the tea.
Nibbles is fine.
Okay, good.
It's just tea. It's fine.
Sorry, hungover. Need to, whatever.
Whatever. All right. You meet up with Sophislayer in what looks like the back office of an old tailor shop, and on a big table in front of him lies 6 pairs of what looks like footman's clothing. So like if you have someone being in the royal court kind of serving, they have very colorful, bright red and blue uniforms on with big fancy pants and kind of all kinds of wavy magics around. All right, take this on. Put it on. And we will go.
Is this truly necessary?
It is. Do you want to see the king or not?
I'm having second thoughts, but fine.
I'll pick the disguise up, but then I'll just alter self to look like I'm wearing the clothes instead.
You're going into the House of Thoughts, one of the most secure places in the kingdom. Do you think they will not be able to see through a simple illusion like that?
See,
Do you
this
think
is
they'll not be
exactly
able?
what I was talking about.
Do you think they'll be able to see through a footman's disguise?
It is much better, yes.
All right then. Start putting on my hose.
Is there gnomish size clothing here?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that
Just to double check, does this mean that
Yes.
we are taking
Are
off
these
our armor?
looks
children's
fit all of them.
clothing? Is
Talking
there-
looks miserable, and it looks absolutely miserable.
I will keep my cloak over me though, over top of that, just so I still have Faust Boon there.
Yeah, like I was saying, do we still have armor on underneath, or would this be replacing
No.
armor? No armor, okay. So would this just count as clothing, or like leather, or what would this count as?
I guess this would be fine clothing.
Oh, I hate it even more.
When I go to change clothing, I go into my room. I want a little bit of privacy.
I cast
What does
Arcane
Bjorn do?
Eye.
Do you?
No, I don't. It wouldn't work because you're wearing the talisman. So
Bjorn, are you looking? Are you just putting it on?
Yeah.
All right.
You could swear when Torben puts it on, it's almost like parts of the color of the clothing starts to kind of fade and go black and gray.
Well, you know, this reminds me very much of the court back home. It is very festive, you know.
yes, but is it like it's a little bit sticky and chafy? I mean, you're not to sound racist again, but you're covered in fur. Are you comfortable?
Oh, very much. So
Oh, good.
I'm just happy not wearing the jester's cap, eh?
Remind me after this debacle here. We need to talk about getting you back home. I think you've proven yourself quite worthy. But anyways, for
thank you.
later conversation. Yes.
Also,
You-
question, Cephis.
Yes.
I'm all about weapons and such. What?
Oh
is
yes,
that?
you can leave them in this box here.
And it's not. It doesn't have to be this box, or can we leave it? We have our
Do you
own.
want to meet the king or not? Oh well, I will put it. I can get it to your nomad levitator ship thing.
Sophis, what's the likelihood of us being able to take a bag of holding with us?
How large is it?
How large is it, Ongle?
It's a bag, and I pull it off my belt. It's like 25 pounds. It's half the size of an ongle.
Maybe if you hold it, not so much. If he points at Faust and Bjorn, if one of them holds it, probably not so noticeable.
Okay, put it on them. Put all of our stuff in that rather than put it in a box, just in
Good.
case.
Yes, pile it in.
Also, what can I
Noggle
just-
immediately starts pulling stones out that Nibbles has been collecting, and he fills your guys' inventory into it.
Why do you put all the stones in this tailor shop? I don't understand.
But I need room inside the bag. You see that there's several 100 pounds of stones. Wait, he's not here. Never mind. I was being angry at my familiar. You know what familiar is? Anyways, Sophie's chicken, not cat. Anyways, yes, just filling, unfilling. Are we seeing the king soon?
That's
You are
actually
asking
tastes better.
Mr. Togan.
This was above game. I just wanted to ask, could I tell if he's, is this just him wanting us to be safe, or is there ulterior motives? Because I'm kind of suspicious.
This is him
that-
wanting you to be safe, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Like bringing, like coming fully armed and armored, glistening with magic and weapons, to talk to the king. Not something that's so like that's not a cool thing in the court.
It's fair.
Can I still have my book on my back? Is that...
Do you want to look like a footman, Mr. Noggle?
Well, I have a
What do you
book.
think yourself? Yes.
Yeah, well,
Many
yeah.
footmen walk around with a book on their back, don't you think?
But
If it's something that
I'm
doesn't
asking you to
look-
use your brains, not to
I
be
have
scared here.
brains. I'm not scared.
I have-
I might be.
I have-
Never mind.
I have taken care of security.
Good.
If you don't do anything stupid, then you will be fine.
Of course not. Everything will be
it's not.
tits.
If it's
Yes.
something that doesn't look dangerous but is magical, is that something they would be concerned about when we show up?
Yes.
But foot soldiers have weapons, right?
No, that is footmen.
So does
Foot
that mean we
soldiers,
have to
not
keep the
footmen.
amulets in?
No, the amulets I think is fine. That is the ones the Emberlord give you. Yes.
Mm-hmm. What
Those will
about
probably be fine.
what about my ring of protection?
You know, I don't know all of their security. If you wanted to go off like a lightning show because you're walking in with a bunch of magic items that has not been pre-registered, be my guest.
Fine. I'm putting it in the fucking bag.
So
I
I'll
don't know if
have.
it will work with your bag of holding either, but if you want to take a risk, I'm.
Oh shit!
Off game,
Just-
I don't understand what are we disguised as.
I will.
Maybe just translate it into a European language.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just copy in a picture of the Queen's carriage. That is the Queen of England, of course.
Who?
It's a great look.
Let me see if why doesn't this work for me? Here you go.
While you're doing that, I take off every single magic item I have and I put it in the bag. I put it in my own backpack that then goes in the bag.
Right.
Anyone
doubling
who wants
it
to see this picture I shared with the people here, they can go ahead and Google Footman on Wikipedia, and there's a picture of a bunch of clowns in a carriage with the Queen in it. Imagine that, but in blue and yellow instead, or in blue and red instead of red and yellow.
I think we're going to fit in just fine. I can't see how this would possibly go wrong.
Well, luckily one of us has a weapon, but Actually,
yes,
you can.
I have
yeah,
all my
well,
weapons.
I mean,
well, I put my
with
quarterstaff inside the bag, but
I mean, I'll be fine. I can, my weapon.
yeah, the magic sword boys will be fine. Yeah.
yes.
Are you
Well,
ready to go?
shall we? Yes,
Sword boy will be
absolutely.
fine.
So
gotta
Nongle
go up.
has 3 spell books, amulet, the 3 bags. He's got lots of shit on him, but no weapons.
So, it's lucky that you brought one of my old contacts with us, as he has access to this carriage. If you go out to the courtyard and you see like a royal carriage, and behind the wheel, or what is it called, the reins, you see someone that is not usually wearing a footman outfit, but is today. Last time you saw him, he was wearing a chef's outfit that was badly badly greased. But somehow now he has become the driver of your carriage.
Really?
Yeah, it's of course Steve.
Well, let's get this roll on the chode, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Steve?
You fucking know it.
You're a man of many fucking talents, aren't you?
Yeah, very capable.
Oh no, just darling, leave it.
Well, take us onward then.
I'll tell you what, this rough done off cutting my fucking neck. And it's like,
You get on the fucking carriage as it begins rolling through the streets. You
just as he pulls off, he's like, stabs it out on the side of the car, and throws it down. Let's fucking go.
On the carriage, Torben is like sitting with the Klemnok he made. He's like, does this count as an illegal substance? I'm sure it'll be fine.
Getting
Can you pull your
vibes that Steve is going to be like one of the deities that are following us, seeing what we're doing.
Keep all your arms and legs inside the fucking vehicle, or fucking come off.
Steve, it's right through. You come through the gate. The guard at the gate that definitely knows Steve. He's let through.
Everybody knows Steve.
Everybody knows Steve. He was a crime lord back in the day in Nurath. You heard that. As you go through the 7th and the 5th borough, and you have to go all the way around the Arkan Rock. Like if you were to go to the castle, you would have to go all the way around to get up on the Arkan Rock. The whole first borough here is just on a massive cliff, but the House of Lords is in the crown shade underneath the Hawk and Crown. As you're wandering up, like you go to like the servants' entrance. A few people goes to check the papers, and Steve hands over a few papers, kind of exchanging a few words with them.
Anything wrong, officer? Anything I can help you with? I think you'll find we are perfectly reasonable here. He's got another cigarette out of nowhere. It's like they just kind of keep appearing in my hands.
All right, some of the boys, we're doing a game of cards later as it's in session. No one join us?
What time is it? I've got an appointment at 2:30. I've got to beat up some fuckers.
Oh, I see. Sure. All right. Well, it's at 1, so it's soon. You can come down if you want.
Fucking sick. I'll be there.
You're let in. Like it's just milling around with footmen everywhere. Steve takes you out as you head over the fucking carriage. You're led into through the kitchens. Bunch of people like, hey Steve, good to see you.
Right, bruv. Looks like they'll let anybody in nowadays, won't they?
They're having a
There's
great
just
time.
like a load of people that all sound the same. Just get in, just punches somebody. Fucking leave it.
Fucking leave it.
He just goes through the kitchen, just like putting his finger in food, like too much fucking salt, not enough chopped off toes. That needs a boot.
That needs a boot.
Where's the fucking lamb sauce?
You are an idiot fucking sandwich.
Need more toes in that.
This
It's fucking raw.
this absolute madman is just led through these things as you're led up and into a soon you find yourself, as Steve kind of points out the way to you, and you have to carry some kind of trays with glasses of water in it. You walk on the gallery above, and you see the House of Lords. It's just like a big rotund kind of hall, and just a bunch of kind of nobles and royalty just sitting, and they're screaming about issues, and hitting each other. They're abominations! I tell you, those nomads. We need to get rid of them.
Pull my cloak closer over my head.
Also, the last thing you see of Steve, he's got a butler in a headlock and he's just ruffling his hair.
You see at the end of the proceedings, you see the throne, one of the thrones of King Michael. King Michael's thrones are a bit weird because he's in a wheelchair. He's wearing wide robes with only very few colors on it. He wears white and gray, and he has the blue and red crest of the royal family on his tunic. But that is some of the only thing. On the robes cover all of his body, and it looks like his legs you can kind of see with them a bit through the fabric. They seem very thin and scrawny. Yeah. He's wearing gloves. And a hood and what looks like a silver and gold mask over his head.
Oh my god, he's Edward Norton from Kingdom of Heaven.
Almost. And otherwise he is he's sitting back, but not necessarily in much of participation. As you leave and go into the meeting room you're supposed to set up in, one of the officials kind of bangs a gavel and says, "The House of Lords will go into recess. We will meet back here in half an hour." And people kind of go off, and you get into the meeting room. Do you do anything as you are waiting inside?
Just to be clear, this whole plan, are we under the assumption that the king is expecting us?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Right. That's right. No, I'm gonna stand there, look like a footman for the time being, or look as inconspicuous as possible next to a 7-foot tall Northman, an elephant, a dwarf, and a gnome, all dressed in exactly the same thing.
I'll stay back as far as I can and kind of prostrate myself.
I like the idea that we've got like a Von Trapp situation and we're going up in height in a line.
We
as well.
we are diversity hires.
God damn it.
The name of the group is Bjorn's Diversity. All right. So.
All right.
The human color gradients, so something like that.
Yeah, so if this it depends how far. I don't want to be more than 60 feet away from the party, but I want to be 60 feet away from the party, if possible. And I'll just as soon as I stop, I'll prostrate myself on the ground, looking over top of my hood at what's going on.
I'm checking every single corner, window, door.
Well, give me a perception and investigation roll if you're doing the investigation and perception.
All right, I'll do. All right, I'll do perception then. 20.
This place is secure for sure. But it's private in here. But there are there are something fucky going on with the bookcase though.
Okay.
Is that in my line of sight? Is that behind the king, or is it on the steps, or where is the bookcase?
No. Right now you're inside a meeting room off the hall.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Inside there, and as you as you notice the bookcase being fucky, it opens up as a door.
Oh, okay.
As the king gets rolled in by an elderly knight wearing armor.
Can I see if this is a birth defect or if this is something that happened to him?
Go and give me a history roll.
It's like polio, I think.
Can I make a medicine check?
History is this is common knowledge for most people. So
okay, yeah. Well, then I probably be
Yeah,
good.
you're good.
Yeah.
A few decades ago, there was a war called the Rathurians Brothers War. Back in the day, the Hajari Emirates and the Iranian kingdom was all parts of Rathuria. But the Brothers War kind of started when the lords of the Hajari Emirates and Orania kind of plotted against the crown of Rathuria to get their independence. So what happened, and the event that started off the war, was the poisoning of the royal family, and this poison killed everyone but Michael, and he is kept alive by a mix of magic and medicine. But it's not enough to cure him completely. The poison is so strong that it's basically just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah.
But he is riddled with necrosis, and he's infertile, and it's a horrible situation for
Would
him.
Noggle feel there's anything that he could do for him, like regenerate spell or?
You're pretty sure that better healers in the pillar
Yeah,
has tried.
yeah. Okay, all right. Well, that Noggle immediately feels pity for him. Doesn't show it. Well, doesn't show it as
Yeah.
he's looking up at him through his cowl.
How do you react as the king is being wheelchaired into the room?
I wait for him to stop, like so he's not in passing before I speak.
I show courtesy, as if I have interacted with a lot of nobles, probably from what I've learned from my actions.
I'll just stand there, probably keep an eye on the knight more than the king itself, the king himself.
I think talking is also just mostly indifferent. I think that he will also like maybe not pity, but definitely a bit of a grimace on his face when he sees the state that the king is in, but otherwise mostly indifferent.
The king is being put in front of you as he kind of gestures towards you when he enters. Hello there, and welcome. I am King Michael II. As he kind of looks out of you, you can see like his bloodshot eyes underneath, behind the mask. This is Sir Kuron. He is an old friend of mine, and he will be here as my partner in this discussion here. You've gone through a lot of channels to see me. We do not have much time. My contacts that arranged this meeting told me that you are all wanted men, but that I should be interested in hearing what you have to say. Right now, the drums of war has been sounding over my kingdom. And it is not something that I find any satisfaction in, so consider me and my interests piqued.
I am Björn Wilderson, the White Bear, Judge of the North, and this is my party. I think you should know that this is Nonkel from the Pillar, and this one is Aust, a noble from Cathonia. This one is a courageous moody.
I believe that the word you're looking for is courageous, Mr.
Thank
Pillar.
you. A courageous knight, Furrow. This one is one of our newest companion, a holy man, Faust. And this one who's lurking in the shadow is a true friend, Torben. He hails from, as you can see, from a proud line of dwarves. I've come to see you, King Michael, because I think our fates align. I'm here as a spokesperson of the people of the North. It is of great importance to me that I deliver you a message. This message is of peace. The things you see in Stone's Flow was not of the Northmen's doing, even though the signs are there. It has been planted. Yes, we will frost and we will doom, but we did not bring that upon your city. That is the first thing you should know. The second thing is, if the pillar is poisoning your ears with sweet words of cruelty and bringing the faith of the Norse to an end, then you should know the Northmen will return any violent action you take. Our fleet is vast, and our women fight fiercely. There will be war, and I am here to deliver the terms of peace, and you should know that our fist will crush anything you throw against us. I have spoken.
Give me persuasion. Would that be?
Whew. That was bad. Does someone have an?
I have inspiration that I will give him.
Okay.
And I will gladly use it. Okay, a little better.
Can we double dip?
You can. Yeah, no, Faust also has his Spark of Genius if he wants to.
Done.
Is there anything I can do with my
would it
commanding
use
presence here
on
as
the-
well?
on
Just a question. This man, Kuron, seems to be very capable. Can I do this without him noticing?
Sure.
How's it going, guys? Yeah. I love it.
What my
I just used the
companion
name
wants
from
to
another
say.
campaign, guys.
It's so good. I love it. I messaged Leon immediately. I'm like, Kuran, are you part of this? Like,
No, I didn't know that, but he Raw is free to use Kuron and Khan because it's characters from his backstory and
Yeah.
that he created. So,
but I will use my
My-
my inspiration, my player inspiration for Bjorn to reroll again.
15 is probably pretty
no,
good.
I
Yeah,
will
we get-
give. Yes,
I was just gonna say 50. Yeah, 50 was pretty good. I was gonna say the same thing.
15 was pretty good.
I
I
have,
don't.
I have -1. I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Dude,
what
I
I
don't-
will do
I-
though is
You need to be the best here. This is
I will
combat.
I will also remind you, like, you did a good introduction, and I set the DC accordingly.
yeah, but
Yeah,
I
it's up
do
to you.
will
Do you think I should roll again?
if
What's
if
Foss
this
doing?
if the capable eyes of this man don't seem to give scrutiny to what I do, I will give a little bit of a pep talk behind this Bjorn and whisper him, "Don't worry. I think the way you conduct yourself, and I see the king as a nod to him, seems to be a man who knows suffering and doesn't want others to know about and experience suffering. That he knows what is best, and I will use this essentially as a guise for my flash of brilliance."
Yeah, Flash of Genius. Yeah.
So what does that increase Bjorn's
By
roll
5.
Yeah, by 5. Foss intelligence modifier is what it
No,
increases.
my wisdom, because
Oh, right.
special
don't
stuff?
use-
Hacking.
I don't use
yeah.
my smarts. I pray to some otherworldly being.
Dumb as fuck, but super wise. The elephant.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I never forget, but I don't really understand a lot of things.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Okay.
Michael looks at you guys.
Sub badge.
There are many stories of you. You are the White Bear, aren't you? The one they call the
Indeed, I am.
Judge of the North. And you do have Grimm's blood in your veins, if the stories aren't false. So, tell me, Bjorn, am I in council with a crew of adventurers? Or am I negotiating with a fellow king right now?
You're talking to a military commander. I am First Reaver.
But you do not speak for the kings and queens of your home country, do you?
In my home country, I am considered many things: a prophet, a hero. I never claimed to be king.
And yet,
Good.
with all of that pomp and power and fame, you are here in my court, hiding from my guards. So tell me, Bjorn Wilderson, can you tell me and be true of heart that you do speak for all of those who might otherwise watch me and my people as enemies and people who want them dead?
Yes, I could make my people stand down. Of that I have no doubt. I have sway in the council.
All right, then. I will consider you at least secure in your own belief, although I must admit I doubt that all the kings and queens of the North will lend you their ears. But the stories have reached me, and your prowess is not unknown to the crown. Tell me, when you come in peace, or so you say, what do you see when you look upon my kingdom and my people, those I am sworn to protect and serve?
I see a great people. A people working with noble dwarves, sharing your land and your wealth with them, prospering, trading.
I'm
But
happy to hear this.
I know you have closed your border to the north. This is a sad thing. Only our most expert tradesmen, as the Amber Lord, has still free access because he has so many connection and you favor him. But I know that peace should start out small. And the pillar whispers you things. The Chthonian still tries to get in in your bed, as well as the people from Orenstall. I know you are pressured, but I ask you not to raise your hand, because the Northwind will bite it off.
I have no reason to doubt the ferocity of your countrymen, Bjorn. But I do have to worry about the ferocity of mine as well. I have heard your words, But if you will pardon me, I would like to hear from your companions as well. You talk of the pillar, and of the ways that they influence me, as you say. And you are an uncle. You adorn many posters around this greatest of cities. You run quite a risk by seeing me. Why?
In my adventures with the pillar, I was told to hide certain facts, certain things. And when I started adventuring with these people, including Bjorn, I realized that, well, it's not all about following a certain path. It's about following your own path and looking around the people that suffer from the path that you thought you followed. I just want to be better. I want everyone to be better, and I think the pillars maybe has lost its way through these times. I've seen realms that have peaceful, and this one is chaos.
But isn't it precisely chaos that allows us to flourish as individuals and as peoples, Master Nongo?
Yes, but this is controlled chaos. This is the strong making everyone chaotic. It needs to be natural. We need to bring this back to something that. There's so many realms beyond this one, and we're blocked from them all. To have an objective opinion, you need to see everything, and the conventicle blocks that from so many people. They hide what's really out there from everyone.
Do you think they do that for no reason, Master Nongo?
Yes, I think they do that for a reason. For control.
I do see the irony in you telling me this.
If Bjorn trusts you and needs to speak with you, I will as well. And I give you that loyalty, I guess you could call it. He'll scamper back 10 feet, put his hood up.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. You're muted, Tanner.
Oh, sorry, do I have time for a bonus action?
No.
No. Damn it. Sure. 11?
I would like to use my play inspiration for reroll.
Alright, so I'll look at my feature here. Oh, no, maybe it's not. Oh, as an action. I have to use this as an action. Alright, so I will take your inspiration roll and I will roll persuasion again. Yeah, see, that's just what happens. Fuck.
I understand your hesitation in talking to me. And I do see that you've been brought up within a system that is hard to navigate in. And trust me, the veins of power run deep, not just within the pillar, but in all of the peoples here, in the crown, the noble houses of my land as well. You have the right to feel betrayed, I understand. But I will also ask you, Master Nongo, to see the sense in what you're trying to dismantle as well. There is balance in things, and not all the pillar does is corrupt. I have not seen you before in any. He looks at you, Faust. In any reports or wanted posters?
Uh, my people, they don't really get outside much. Some work for the pillar though.
I have.
For some time, they have worked there. Yeah.
You're from the Ivory Isles, are you not?
Actually, my family, my grandfather was there. I never seen much of it until much later in my life. I grew up in the area around the pillar, actually.
Let's see. The Raj of Greenslade is a dear friend to me. They have helped me
Yeah,
much with my condition. Tell me, your people have a reputation of healing those in need. Is this also
well,
what you do?
I let's say I take care of those who for whom healing is already a little bit lost. Lost limb, a lost eye, a lost hearing. There are some of my people who specialized in finding ways to circumvent that. And I know some ways to make a missing leg or a missing arm not that bad. Yes. I see that you suffer from many ailments. Maybe you too are interested in maybe new legs or arms.
Sadly,
Majesty.
I was poisoned with Griffin's Bane. A poison that never leaves your body when it first has gotten its dirty claws in you. But I appreciate the sense. So tell me, you're a doctor, correct?
Yeah, I learned this one, yes.
So tell me, doctor. And he looks at the rest of the party. Why do these people here need your treatment? If that is what you seek, to give, to make someone that is not more able in their lives, what is it you're trying to heal here, I wonder?
I was set on a path to help actually these people hear something. Heal this, a world is healing. There's something that is bringing up symptoms slowly, not yet seen yet. We are in a false negative situations where people look at if someone is under the influence of a sickness, but it was diagnosed wrongly that they aren't. We are carriers of sickness, though we do not show it yet. At some point, the sickness might take over and spread to the healthy cells. And I think these people here can offer treatment for that sickness and help me provide treatments. This is why I am accompanying them currently. Though I do not have myself stakes at this war, I see where this war might lead and can definitely spread its cancer to other cells.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Wait, not a saving throw. Not a saving throw.
Yeah,
Why am I saving throws?
that was the wrong one, yeah.
Where's my persuasion? There's. Nope. Let's see. I do have inspiration. I will use that. Let's see what. Nope. That rolls today.
You can still do the flash of inspiration if you want to.
No, it
that
doesn't
one.
really matter. It's only a +5, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, maybe it's fine.
Double digits, that's a big
Like
number.
if like this is how this social encounter works. If you say something that the king likes to hear, your DC decreases. You don't know if the DC right now is 8 or if it's 9 or what it is. I'm not going to tell you.
What do
You
you
have to
lose?
gamble here.
He's not gonna tell you.
Yeah, sure.
He could roll a
let me
1.
just check. You are not.
And bear in mind, I've still got a
Sure.
roll, so
Let's see what happens. I have an 11. We don't have good rolls today.
You got
And
5 of
let's
those,
just-
like, per... Like, you should be just spamming those, right?
Yeah, I can if I want to. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And also,
You talk of a cancer that is spreading. And I do see your intentions as noble, Doctor. I'm happy to hear that there is a man of medicine and science with these people, even though something tells me that that is not all you are. Thank you for your elaborations. And you, Master Dwarf, your name was Torgen, yes?
That's right.
Please, step into the light.
I think Torben kind of hesitates for bits. He clearly looks very uncomfortable, but he will slowly step forward. Do you want to hear my piece in all of this mess as well?
Yes. If I'm going to trust you, I need to know who I'm working with. Don't you think so?
Well, I gotta be honest, I personally am rather skeptical that whatever's been set in motion can be stopped, but I think if nothing else, what we're doing here can at least buy some time. And
Buy some time for what, Master Dwarf?
well, buy some time to remedy what's going on behind the scenes. Like the good Faust was saying, there is a sickness, there is corruption, there are things that could be better. I'm not as idealistic as to think that it'll all be fixed, but I think buying time at least gives a chance. And I'll be honest, I don't have much of a personal stake in this beyond what this group wants to achieve. And of course, I also care deeply about the dwarven influence in all of this. And I understand that all of us are involved in one way or another, but yeah, I personally think that this would at least give a chance to perhaps increase the odds if we can do something about fixing this conflict.
I see. Are you afraid, Master Torgen?
Oh yes, I'm afraid of this whole fucking mess. I'm afraid of standing in this room right now, and I'm honestly afraid of what your reaction to hearing all of this is.
Gotta give a persuasion roll.
All right. Not a lot of good rolls. Do we have any more inspirations? Is it obviously magic if I do something
I
with
can give you
sorcery
another
points?
flash of my brilliance if I want to.
Depends on what it is. If it's a spell, yes. If it's an ability, no.
Okay, because I have a reroll that I can do with sorcery points.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
think I'll do
I would
that.
say that's more an internal thing.
Okay. I will kind of just try to focus and see if I can get above a 5. Nope. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Our rolls today are fucking banger. I just want to remind me, like the rolls when they are in my campaign, they rolled like 5 natural 20s and 10 rolls.
Yeah, this is revenge, right? This is the other side of that coin.
I think
I-
Torben's final... Oh, sorry, I was going to say Torben's final statement as he finishes this. He'll kind of look back to the group, back to the king. I mean, war's fucked up, and I don't really know if there's much to be done about avoiding it, but you gotta try at least.
In that you are right. And you're right to be afraid of my reaction if what you are doing is something you feel is important. But I will tell you one thing. Having the courage to be honest is not a quality I see in many people. I appreciate it in you.
Just quietly nods and awkwardly step back.
And you. You are Chthonian, are you not?
In a manner of speaking. I'm from Cathonia.
Sure fucking am. sorry, I had
What, you
to.
fucking me? I'm from Cathonia. Whether I still consider myself Chthonian is something different entirely.
Interesting. How was it you feel that way?
I've seen what Chthonians do to the helpless. I've seen what they do to the powerful. It robs you of dignity at one end, and it robs you of empathy at the other. Somewhere in the middle, you have to try and be, I'd say human, but there's a cruel irony when you're all elves. And that's the thing, it's not, we can stand in this room talking about, what kings talk about and what, powerful men and wizards and dwarves and elephant folk, people from far-flung lands, but it's not us that's going to suffer from any of this. It's the bottom of the pile. It's all the way up. We've travelled for the last weeks, months. I've met people in chains. Now I've met kings. I've met people who, with the best will in the world, want to kill me. They want to kill all of us. They killed one of us. That was almost enough death on its own. We went to Staunchflow. We saw the ground erupt. We saw hell transported to this plane. I saw people die there. That was too much then. And now we stand in this room and try and negotiate our way out of a war that hasn't started yet. It doesn't need to start. Now I come to you not as a nobleman from Cathonia, because God knows, if I turned up there claiming I would not get the reception that perhaps somebody of your status would. Nor do I come to you as a man in chains. I consider myself free. And I'll be damned if I ever am chained, despite what other people would have in mind. I speak to you only as a man with a vested interest in none of this. There are bigger things at stake. There are bigger things below us. There are bigger things above us. Almost 2 weeks ago, I saw a god born onto this plane, if you'd believe it. I don't know if you would. Maybe I'll see more. Maybe I'll see worse things birthed. A war, you're not going to create anything better than,
So, you fight then?
If I have to.
Because
We
you
all
believe
do.
in the fight? Or because you're the only one who can?
Both. You fight because you have to. You fight because you need to. You never fight because you want to. And that's the thing here. There's a lot of people wanting to fight. And it's all very well and good wanting to fight. But it's when you need to fight. You don't
Do
need
I-
to fight.
Do I look like a fighter to you?
In a way. You look like you've fought more than a lot of the people in this room, and that's saying something. You've always been fighting something. Even before this. Now you're fighting this. Now you're fighting whatever, the intrigue of court. You're fighting to keep your people fed. You're fighting to stay alive. We're all fighters. Just depends on what you are fighting. Depends on what you believe in, too.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
I'm going to use my commanding presence on this as well.
I'll allow it.
Persuasion. Oh, Christ.
I flash
That's-
my sub badge.
So it increases to 17
Just keep it up, bro. Just keep it up.
To a 22.
to 22. All right. He
Good.
nods at you. Have you dabbled much in politics?
Too much.
He just nods.
I nod back.
Noggle nods.
He leans back. He looks at the knight. Kuran, can you give us for a while? Make sure no one is listening. The knight kind of, yes, sir. Leaves, closes the door. The king looks at you. So, I'm listening. And I see that all of you have done your best to actually show me who you are, and I appreciate that. I would show myself to you as well.
Sorry,
And I'm
one sec.
afraid that-
Is he alone now? There's just us and him?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
but I'm afraid that if taking off this mask is an ordeal I wouldn't put upon anyone. You've talked about many big things, many movements in society. Bjorn, you have walked with the kings and have never lost the common touch. So tell me, how much power does a king have? How much power does a king hold in his hand?
Nothing. Nothing is if he doesn't act.
Actions are, of course, catalyst of power and change. But all actions have reactions, and people will look at you differently. So what will happen, Bjorn, if I go to my people, all of those scared commoners and scared noblemen, jingoistic fools up north just waiting to throw themselves upon the battle line? If I go to them tomorrow and say, oh, the Northmen, they are our friends. You have nothing to fear. Then what happens?
I suppose you will have long meetings with mages and elves begging you to pull up your sword and fight.
What do
I
you think,
suppose
Master
there will
Oust, they will
be.
say? Go
I
ahead,
sup-
sorry.
I'm supposed there will be a lot of peasants with pitchforks and torches.
I
There
think
will
you're
be envoy.
correct.
He's right.
He
They
does
may
not
even call you a
rule
traitor.
alone. Of course they will. And what will that accomplish? Will it delay the war? No. Will it stop the hatred? No. Will it do more good than harm? Possibly. Most likely not. See, no man or woman of power rules alone. There's no such thing as absolute authority. It is the illusion of that rules a kingdom or a people. Fear, honor, culture, ideals. All of this, the great theater of politics. So, I will now, as you have been with me, be honest with you. I do not want to fight. War and peace are as different concepts and situations in life and death. There is no such thing as profit to be gained from bloodshed of others. It is only in cooperation we prosper and thrive. But it is a garden. Be weeded, trimmed, and taken care of every minute of every day. Or otherwise, the weeds, the locusts, the birds will eat the fruit and block out the sun of those that will suffer, as you talk about. I am not put here on a throne to rule and live lavishly and drink wine and fornicate. That is not what royalty is about. It is about protecting those that you have sworn to protect, all the people. And the only way to protect them is to make them feel safe. Does that give me the right to declare death upon another people? I don't think so. But I hope that you understand me when I tell you that is not my decision alone to make. You have a good friend and ally, Mr. Safis. I have met one. I am told there are more of him. He sits in the secular chamber, in the council of the pillar. He is an ally of the Low King of the Door. He is the one who has made this possible for you. And I trust him implicitly as I do trust Crine. None of us want bloodshed. But I'm afraid I cannot stop it, only mitigate it. For how long, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. If you came for assurances and promises, those are not mine to give you. But I would like to ask, what is it you want? You said, Bjorn, that you wanted peace. Peace is not something I can give. It's something we can make. So tell me, how do we make peace? How do we make people understand?
I'll make peace. I'll make peace by splitting you in two if you don't give me what I want. Bjørn is stepping up. You call those dogs down now, or I'll beat your fucking face in.
He looks up at you. Well, I can't stop you.
I'll unite them all of our enemies, and I will fight.
But that is
Our
exactly what
boats
you will
will
do
reach
if you
your
strike me
shores.
down now. Don't you see? A Northman killing King Michael II. Oh, that's the best excuse. All the warmongers would love it. I see your anger, because you feel the same way I do. You want to protect those who cannot protect themselves. This is why I anger you with my honesty, is it not?
You give me your word now. You tell the mages. You tell the elves. You tell everyone. I will bring fury to your shores if you don't step down now.
I
Give
will
me
do
your
no
word.
such thing. I will not spread fear in a torrent that is already filled with so much of it.
Bjørn walks up to him.
He does not flinch.
Unconfidently close.
I would like to cast a spell if I can.
You can if you want to.
All right. I will. This is a bonus action. I will cast Scatter, and I will bring the entire party right next to the king. Unless you want to stay behind.
Yeah, I don't do that willingly.
Do you give any warning, or do you just do this?
I just want to get right next to Bjorn when he makes this decision. That's all. So anyone that wants to get right up next to Bjorn, go for it. And then that was my bonus action. As an action, I guess I'll hold a cantrip because that was a spell. Yeah, I'll just hold a chill touch.
I'll hold monster.
Are you coming with it? Are you coming up or
No,
like you can go anywhere within a like 60?
I'm
feet of this
staying.
guy?
I'm staying exactly where I am.
Okay, cool. Faust, Torgen. Well, at least I'm
I
up
think
there.
I would stay.
At least I'm up there. So that's cool.
I would stay.
I think Torgen would also. I mean, it's resisting, right? Or can we just? Does it have to be? I mean, can we just say no?
No. It's willing creatures, right? This is a non-hostile spell. In this case,
No. You have an unwilling creature must succeed. But yeah, you can rule like that.
An
That's fine.
unwilling creature must succeed. But I'm assuming you guys. I'm targeting you guys, willing creatures. So
I think Torgen would stay as well where he is.
Bjorn, I am grabbing your pinky. I'm right beside you, bro. Let's do this.
You react as if I do not want to help you. I will. But not the way you think will solve the problems. Because it won't. And if you want to kill me, please put me out of my misery.
I will not pretend to understand politics, but I will say to everyone here in this room that if you decide to do this, I think that's peace out the window. If that's what you want, and so be it. But just know that is probably the consequence.
Can I make an insight check on what he just said?
On Torgen?
Not Torgen.
Oh, what? Oh, the king? Sure.
Yeah. 17? Like, does he actually mean that, or is it that?
Yeah.
I'm sensing a lot of nefarious shit coming from this guy. So
You think he's pretty? He's putting the cards on the table.
All right, now I'll look up to Bjorn. Perhaps we shouldn't kill this man, Bjorn.
I asked you a question, and that question was, how will you help me create peace and understanding? I could tell the mages to stand down. I could tell the soldiers to go back home. But if I do that, then the pillar will declare me insane or deranged as a result of my sickness. And they will depose me. With no heir, and the realm will fall into chaos until someone else conquers the crown. And then, when the dust has settled, there will be two outcomes. Either the biggest warmonger has won, or the pillar has taken over the kingdom. And since that is not something either of us want, then how do you propose that we create understanding? If you don't think I'm trying to keep this war from happening, then you are dumb. And I think you know that the reason I'm seeing you here and risking my life very clearly is that I hope that it will make a difference. So please, lower your voice. Let us talk about this like adults. Let us make something happen instead of reacting.
Nuggle still holding onto Bjorn's pinky, if you allow it, or your pants or whatnot. Are we tits, Bjorn?
Björn moves ever slightly back, like from the truly uncomfortable to just weird close.
You come here to ask me to stop the war. I wish I could give you that. So, you were going to offer me something in return. Not that I want anything. But you're not here for the fun of it. What can I help you?
Organize a meeting. Everyone in one place. The north, the south, the islands, and underground. Everybody around one table. Everyone.
And what?
Then they talk. And we settle this like grown-ups, and I'll just look at Bjorn at that point. We'll bring you the Northmen. You bring us the South. We'll meet in the middle of the sea if we have to, and we'll talk it out.
Yes.
You know, there's one problem here. Like Bjorn originally said, what happened in Staunch Flow was a setup. And why would, if this is going to be such a large thing, why would they not just sabotage this as well? The root of the problem needs to be fixed.
Because if they sabotage it in front of everyone, with all parties there, they reveal themselves. If everybody is at risk, then they can't do a damn thing. If the Northmen die, then it's not the Northmen. If the Arthurians die, then it's not the Arthurians. If the Cavonians die, it's not the Cavonians. If the dwarves die, it's not the dwarves. And so on. If everybody is in danger, then nobody is in danger.
If you can bring me a delegation that can talk for the entire North, I will make this happen, if it's the last thing I do.
Then we'll bring
Even
you them.
better. I
Oh,
bring you royalty. A collected North. Only one should speak for the Northmen.
And I assure you, Your Grace, the next time you see us, you will be speaking to the Judge of the North and not the executioner.
happy to hear. Now, you said something that worries me a bit. Staunch Flow was a setup. Do you care to elaborate?
Certainly. We were there. We were on the ground. The Pillar were there too. They were trying to stop it. Our objectives were aligned for some scant moment, although I'm sure we would be given the blame from them, or at least or members of them. We were there in the... I can't remember what the arena was called, but we were there. We saw the 666 young folk chained to the walls. We saw the people committing the ritual to open the door to hell, and those people did not have a face. They were scions of Evasani.
As he listens to this, he kind of sits still for a second. He says, "Please forgive me." And then he kind of takes off his mask a little bit. And you can see like a face horrid with necrosis and kind of big lesions everywhere as he kind of wipes away a tear.
We only found out about this because we
Okay.
encountered slave trains going through the Hajari Desert under the command of abominations. Not just human abominations, actual abominations. Men of tentacle. So we went to Staunchflow to see what was going on there. Children were being kidnapped from across the area, apparently. We went to find out why. We went to find out where they were being taken to. And we failed. We found the children, but we didn't stop what happened. So we ran, because we knew that the moment this happened, a bunch of, and I believe the term they use quite, maybe rightly, but definitely frequently, is maledictus. A Northman, a elf tainted by some otherworldly magic, a rogue wizard, a rogue bard at the time. Torgan here and Faust joined us later. But us three, we saw it. We saw it all and we didn't stop it. And I have no reason to lie about that. Why would somebody tell you of their own failure? It weighs heavy on the mind. I'm sure you can understand.
My condolences.
I don't want
It is.
condolences. I want time.
I will try to buy you what I can. But every day, you must make haste. Because it is
Then
a
we will.
resource that, as everything else, is very fleeting.
If we can, and I can't promise anything immediately, we will get a word to the Northmen to at least, for the time being, pull back their navies.
All right.
as a show of goodwill. I say that at my
De-escalation.
word. I can't necessarily talk for the rest of my compatriots.
I understand. I understand. Where are you going next?
I've got a feeling that's just changed. We were heading to the northeast via the court of the Abbot Crown, the court of the Deep King. Was his name Deep King?
The Low
Low
King,
King.
yeah.
The Low King. To bend his ear. To have the same kind of conversation we're having with you. Amongst other things, I won't lie, we have our own agendas non-related to this war, or potential war. But it's definitely a subject of conversation. Then we were to head north. Then, from there, to the moot, where everybody from the north is now gathered.
I see. Whatever your quest entails as you go east, I hope it reaps a reward that will help you bring the entire North to one table.
So
I praise my lucky star that the lords and ladies that I need to court is not as unruly as your kings and queens. You're a stubborn folk, but for good reason. An honorable people, all of the ones I've met of the North. I can give you 2 months, maybe 3, if I'm lucky.
2 months.
That is at least my evaluation. And with that said, something might happen tomorrow, but I will do my best.
Your Grace, if you'd permit it, I have ways of establishing communication with you. They are not ways that the Pillar would approve of. They are not ways that your people would approve of.
Nope, Pillar, definitely not. Nope, nope, nope.
Think. If this. You said that you were under some kind of otherworldly spell, is that correct?
A subject for debate. I have the conscience of many on my mind rather than just my own.
See.
Yes.
It is a heavy burden.
Can
Master
be.
Nongo.
Oh,
If this
I was
connection
actually
is to
thinking.
be.
I mean, it's before you speak. I mean,
Yes.
we're coming back to see you, of course, within your time. But I'm just thinking about your curse and whatnot. I mean, we could possibly kill you, and then I can bring you back as whole as you were before. It's tricky, but you need to be willing. And small diamond, 1,000 gold pieces worth. I could bring it back. Divine kind of magic that's not actually available on this realm that I've actually found in other areas. Just something that maybe you want to think about, but we could try it.
He reaches out and takes one of your hands in his, if you'll allow it.
Sure.
I don't know where this magic comes from, but I appreciate your offer.
Well, you might find out. Why are you touching me?
No, I'm trying to show
Other magic as
that
well.
I'm grateful.
Why are you touching me?
I'm trying to show that I'm grateful.
Oh, okay.
But I would, and he lets go of you.
Don't.
But I will also tell you that I have accepted my place in life.
But no. But if you're going to hold any kind of, You
Master
seem like you've
Nongo,
given up already. It's fine.
I'm not going to subject myself to
Subject
some
yourself.
supposed and unknown form of magic. I'm sorry. But I do know, or I feel at least, that it is coming from a place of care.
The
and
subject unknown
compassion.
form of magic is what's being taken over you, but I understand. You just say no. It just make this much quicker. Just say no. It's fine. I'm trying to fix things. Sorry. Yes.
This
King Michael the Second. I
otherworldly
apologize.
bond. This is fine. This otherworldly magic, which I, for the same reasons, was skeptical about.
This entire world
Of
is a
course.
teardrop in the things that I have seen. But of course,
Your Grace, we will endeavour to contact you if we can by conventional means.
Thank you. I am afraid that anything otherworldly might be.
Intercepted.
Yes.
And also, I'm highly suspicious if Pillar is involved.
True.
this
You're
is
right.
no, it's not the pillar. I was literally prescribed to do things outside of the. Anyways, it's fine.
just saying,
We'll talk about
if-
this later. It's okay.
If the king was suddenly cured, I think the Pillar would be fucking suspicious, is what I'm saying.
Pillar, if I cured the king, the pillar would be, oh my god, our gig is up. Anyways, I'm just going to I'm going to step back. Thank you,
Be
King
that
Michael,
as
for
it may.
helping my glorious large friend Bjorn. Uncle Bells.
Thank
and
you all.
such.
I will need to return to the House of Lords very soon. He looks up at
we've-
you, Bjorn. Now, do we have a pact? Of hope, at least. That he, reaches his hand out to you, Bjorn.
I'll take it.
So will I. And he shakes your hand.
Rip his arm off.
I was just, you take his hand. You take it.
No, I'll shake it.
He nods. Thank you all for seeing me.
Thank
and
you.
I will hope that you give us all something that we can use to avoid this bloodshed. Hurrah! And the knight comes back in, nods at you, takes him out.
He
And
picks
you're
him up.
left alone in the meeting room. Yeah, no, the wheelchair
Wheels him
kind of
back, yeah,
drives,
alright.
wheels him back out, yeah.
Well,
That somehow went better and worse than I thought.
we
At the
didn't
same
have to
time.
use any code words at all.
Didn't we just?
I mean, you did. But yeah, it's fine.
Fast just being around you was making all of us like pretty cool. So,
I'm good at delivering ideas. I'm not really good at thinking about solutions myself, but I can bring ideas.
yes, but like on
Push it
point when
forward.
we're trying to do them, you're just right there. Like I've seen bards tinkle and play with little magical instruments or whatever, but that's impressive, I must say. Anyways, yes.
Can I suggest we continue this conversation perhaps outside of the House of Lords?
Yes, I fucking hate politics. Let's get out of this place.
Did you want to go to where we've already? Yeah, we can go back to our home base if you'd like.
As you,
Of course.
you say that there's a knock on the door, and Steve sticks his head in, wondering if you want to go.
What the fuck you been doing there? Sucking each other off, fucking hell. Right, we ready to fucking go? I've got the horses
moves his
running out.
hands around and drops the demiplane. Let's go, guys. Bye, Steve.
I'm fucking driving you.
No, we'll just go back to the levitator.
I was looking forward to getting driven up. Oh, okay.
Steve, if you want to come.
Fuck off.
I'm assuming the god in the sky is gonna make you come anyways.
As the doorway just closes, you see, fuck you off.
Okay. It lasts for an hour, but yeah.
You go back to the levitator, I guess.
Well, that was interesting,
Right.
Bjorn.
And
I thought
that
you were
is
going
where
to
we
crush
will
his
end.
face.
And that's where we'll end this session on that note. Wow, thank you for playing. That was some tense RP moments today, guys. Thank you very much. I had a bunch of fun. I hope you had as well. Any of you guys watching out there, I hope you had fun as well. Seeing Bjorn almost kill the fucking king of Rathuria, that was fun.
I was right there with you, bro. We should.
I was getting ready for some PvP.
Fucking do it.
Listen, if you had gone for the kneecaps, I could have been convinced.
He may have been a guy in a wheelchair, but still,
Well-
he had some HP. So it's
He's the king of compromises. And you know what a compromise is? It's a deal where everybody feels like they got fucked, you know? So
Yep. I just pull a fucking piece of it out of my ass. I was like, alright, fine.
well, thank you all. All of the credits that we use are down in the description below here on the Twitch thing. Thank you all for watching. Thank you again, as always, to Michael Gelfi for the nice ambience music and all the other artists. All the credits you can also find down below. Thank you for Nick, our IT guy. Thanks, Nick. Good to see you. If you're watching, if you're not, why not, man?
he's playing Elden Ring right now.
Oh, I see. All right,
Yeah.
so we're in the background. Hey, Nick, remember to dodge left. I don't know about Elden Ring. All right, so
Back, left, right, doesn't matter. Just level up.
Just remember to dodge roll. Thank you for watching. We'll be back in 2 hours. 2 hours. No.
Shit, double session.
Whoa, my God, dude, I gotta work.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with another session where our heroes will journey east. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye bye, ding dongs.
Boy, ding dong.